Alright, so we got some news that was surprising to say at least, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, I could see that, yeah, this was going to happen at some point. I'm pretty sure we all kind of figured at one point or another this was going to happen. So it has been announced today that Billy D. Williams will be returning as Lando in Star Wars Episode 9. Yeah, like I said, while it is surprising, we shouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at some point we were going to have Lando part of this series. At one point or another, we were going to have Lando be a part of the new trilogy at some point. Yeah. Now, I will say that they have so far. Lando has been treated well throughout the entirety of the new era of Disney. I mean, the new era of Star Wars Disney. In that you have, the Charles Scholl comic that was pretty good. Actually, it was really good. That even with the new Lando comic setting around his younger years with Last Shot. No, not Last Shot. Double or Nothing. Excuse me. Double or Nothing. Even Last Shot was also a good novel that also featured Lando. And even Donald Glover himself as Lando in Solo was one of the higher points of that film. So yeah, they have yet to ruin the character of Lando, and it's really cool to have Billy D. Williams back as, the smoothest man in the galaxy. I'm half expecting him to roll up to Kylo Ren and be like, hey, how about we all just kick back and enjoy some cool, refreshing Colt 45? Yeah, I'm really yeah, because if you remember, he did all those Colt 45 commercials. That's all I could think of. Yeah. So. Anyway. So yeah, Billy D. Williams back as Lando. I'm really excited about this. But again, like I said, we should not be surprised by this. Because I think we were all at one point or another wondering where's Lando going to be in the new trilogy. And yeah, depending on how Episode 9 ends and what Rian Johnson's new trilogy is going to be like, it's really hard to say. Is this going to be the only movie he's in, or is he going to be in others? That's going to be, depending on where Rian Johnson's film trilogy is, where is it going to be set? It's hard to say, but yeah, Lando back. Now, a lot of people are already saying, and, I'm just saying that, and this has been a theory for a while, is that, Lando is Finn's son, Finn's father. I almost said son. Finn is Lando's son. A lot of people have been saying that, and that's been a theory that's been going around. And at one side, I'm like, do we really need everybody to be related to everybody? That's my thing, is that, why is it that we are so obsessed with having, why can't it just be new characters, why can't we just have new characters be in here, Poe? Poe's a really good character in here. You've got so many new characters. Why does everyone have to be related in here? And I understand it's there's a family in Star Wars, but not everyone needs to be a Solo, a Skywalker, or even a Calrissian, possibly. Not everyone needs to be related. It doesn't hurt to have, in a giant sandbox universe, that, you can have so many other different characters. It's not wrong to have multiple characters, it's not wrong to have different characters in here, It's not wrong to have new characters show up with no ties to the original, So yeah, but I'm, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, they're probably going to make Lando Finn's real father. That's probably what they're going to do, because Abrams can be predictable. I know a lot of people like Abrams and think he's very nuanced, but when you look back at some of his other films, some of them are really predictable. And he really, and these days, Abrams really plays it safe with studios. He really plays it safe with studio stuff. So, I'm hoping, he's not related to Finn, but I've got a feeling that he is. I'm 60-40 on it. I'm 60% sure that that's what they're going to do, 40% sure, hopefully they won't do. And I know what you're thinking, but that's really stupid, DBZ. Why shouldn't he be, why shouldn't Lando be Finn's father? Like I just said, Finn doesn't, Finn's already a badass character. Finn's already a great character as we've seen from the past 2 episodes. He doesn't need to be in Lando's shadow, and people going, oh, he only did that because he was Lando's son. That will be an actual excuse, even though if we're going by this logic that he is Lando's son, that would mean that, all these people would say, oh, he just, like father, like son, ha ha ha. That's what a lot of people would say, and that kind of, I feel like that would just lessen the character of Finn for me. And I'm not trying to discredit Lando, I really dig Lando. Like I've been saying throughout this video, is that Lando's been one of the major high points that Disney's been handling well with the character of Lando Calrissian. And, yeah, to have him back is gonna be really cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I just don't want them to lessen the character of Finn, because I've been liking Finn's story so far. You can have Finn and Lando hang out, don't get me wrong. I would really love to see Finn and Lando, like, hang out and do stuff, but I don't need, I really don't need them to be related. Just have them, like, Finn just thinks that Lando's, like, the coolest person ever. And Lando's like, yeah, sure, kid, you can hang out with me. Come on. Now Lando's... let's talk about the character of Lando and his place in Episode 9. Now, keep in mind, his best friend is dead. We don't know about the status of Leia because of Carrie Fisher's passing. Luke's gone, too. So, yeah, really, out of the main cast, him and Chewie are possibly all that's left of the original cast. So, yeah, all he has, all of his friends are gone, and we don't know if he's part of the Resistance or not. We don't know the status of what he is. Now, it could be of what happened is that maybe they might have that Leia died, but before she did, someone stepped in and, came to the, took up that, that mantle of being the new leader of the Resistance. That person being Lando. Because, yeah, he was a general in the rebellion. He was a certified general in the rebellion. So yeah, he knows a thing or two about about combat in a rebellion group. I mean, remember, he led the attack on the Death Star, on the second Death Star, excuse me. So yeah, it would make sense that they would probably go to Lando and be like, hey, we need help. We seriously need your help. And yeah, Lando would definitely step in. And yeah, it would be interesting to see, like, he probably knew Ben as a child. He probably was introduced to Ben as a child. So it would be interesting to see, like, how do I deal with my best friend's killer being my best friend's son? How do I deal with that? How do I, go about that? So it would be really cool to see that. And for all we know, and what I'm actually hoping for is that Lando is like one of the major leaders of like the Outer Rim resistance leaders. Like, he was one of the major forces that were hoping that Leia was hoping to come help them, but he was like, hey, listen, I was too far away, guys. There was no way I could make it in time. So that could be so that's what I'm hoping for, is that he's either he's the new resistance leader, or he becomes a major figure in the Resistance. Even though I would even like to see that Lando was like, look, I didn't want to be part of the first war between the first intergalactic war between the Rebellion and the Empire, but I got thrown into it and there was nothing I could do. So this time, rather than be thrown into it, I'm going to willingly join and help you guys. And oh yeah, that could be the case, or he might even go, I don't want to see more of my friends die. That could easily be the story as well. But whatever the case, it's going to be interesting to see where they take the character of Lando. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Lando Calrissian coming back? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? And are you hoping that he is or is not Finn's son? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.